Speaking of franchises that aren't jokes, let's discuss our top 5 power rankings going to the NBA season. We did this year in NFL 2 weeks before the start, so we're going to do it again with about 6.5 weeks, 7 before the beginning of the 2022-23 NBA season. Do either one of you two want to start off?
I don't know who he's pointing at because he's on the bottom for me.
That is so my fault. I was pointing at Justin.
You want me to start with my top 5 NBA teams?
Yeah, I want you to have some positivism because I know you were trying to, ward off some negativity. So
All right. Damn. I feel like every time I come out with a top 5 list, I get criticized for it.
Yeah, because you'll have Carmelo or Paul Pierce at like number 6 or Kawhi Leonard. That's why. I mean, do you want me to be like, oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Paul Pierce or Melo. That's adorable.
I was supposed to let me rock, man. Just let me rock. All right. For my top 5 NBA today, I got to start with the defending champions. Okay. Is that a crime? Nobody's going to shoot me for that one? All right. Awesome. I'm going to go with the Golden State Warriors. I mean, what can you say about them? What can you not say about them? They do everything so well. As long as you got Steph Curry, Clay healthy, and Dre in the fold, and now you're developing all this young talent, the sky's the limit for this team. It wouldn't surprise anybody if this team were to win a championship again this year and a championship again the next. Like, they're built for it. And it seems like with age, their games are sustainable. Steph Curry is shooting the ball. He's not taking too much damage in the paint. Clay just stands pat, give him the rock at the three-point line. He'll make the shot. And Dre is just such a great facilitator, a great leader to the team, a great defender, and he's staying on the court. So as long as that stays in the fold, as long as they're all healthy and they're out there on the court, Golden State will be number 1. Number 2, I got the Boston Celtics. So yeah, I'm going with the NBA Finals right there. Jason Tatum, sky's the limit. Jaylen Brown, sky's the limit. You throw in Brogdon, you keep Marcus Smart. That team healthy. I think Peyton Pritchard is one of the more underrated players in the league, and he's still developing. I think Boston is their stars are so young that over the next 5 years, it would surprise me if they don't have a championship in one of the next 5 years. It'd be a complete failure if they don't get one. But that's the expectation.
Over under 1.5 next 6 years.
I'm going to take the under. What about you guys?
If you ask me over under Boston Celtics next 6 years at 1.5, I'm taking the over at 2.
Really?
I'll take. Yeah, I think they could get 1.
I guess I take the under because the more I realize what LeBron did all those years with Cleveland and Miami getting to the finals and seeing what Golden State is doing, it's tough for teams to get to the NBA finals if your name isn't LeBron or Steph Curry. Outside of that, it's not easy. I mean, Chris Paul's been fighting his whole life to get there, and now got there, and he probably won't see it again. So it's very tough. So I'm going to take the under on that. I do think they get one. At number 3, this might surprise some people, but I'm going to go with the Clippers. So I'm so excited to see Kawhi healthy, PG healthy, throwing a healthy John Wall. I think this team is going to be best team in LA without a doubt. And I would love to see this team actually win a championship. Kawhi being the first person to win for 3 teams, that'll be sick. That'll be absolutely sick. So I'm really rooting for. Would he be the first?
I think we talked about it. LeBron.
He wouldn't
be the first. Yeah, he would join LeBron.
John Staley. Well, there's some role players like Danny Green, John Staley, and
Finals MVPs though, because he'll most likely be Finals MVP. I think it'd be him and LeBron alone for the winner.
That's what I meant. It was Finals MVP. Yeah. Okay. So I would love to see them get there to the NBA championship. It'd be imagine Golden State versus the Clippers conference finals. That'll be awesome, man. That'll be awesome. At number 4, I'm gonna show me that hat, Brandon. I got your Miami Heat. John's eyes are opening, but I see a very well-rounded team, a team that plays defense, a team that plays with grit, a team that can score. You couple that and you maybe make a trade for another star that's an explosive scorer. I don't see too many teams getting in the way of Miami in the Eastern Conference. So at number 5, I got the Dallas Mavericks. Yeah, I know. I love Luka, man. And the trade that they made, adding Christian Wood, I feel like that team is going to be even better than what they were last season. The West is just getting stronger and stronger. And I feel like Dallas surprised a lot of people in the postseason last year. I think this is a year that they take that next step. So I got Dallas number 5.
No Milwaukee in your top 5, huh?
No.
How come?
I don't know. I feel like, just like I said when I mentioned NBA Finals being tough to get to, I feel like the Eastern Conference is getting stronger and stronger. KD and Kyrie are still in the fold. You still got Boston got even better. Miami is still Miami. So I just don't believe it. I don't think Giannis is going to be in Milwaukee for much longer anyway.
See that. So let me. I'll do mine next, and then John can round us off. So our number 1 teams, I would imagine we're probably all gonna have the same number 1 team. But yeah, the reigning defending champions, Golden State Warriors. I mean, they just have more chemistry than every other team. They're proven 4 times over. They revalidated themselves this last season. Super deep, so much young talent. I mean, Moses Moody, Jonathan Kuminga, Jordan Poole. They signed Dante DiVincenzo, which I love. They got the established vets in Curry, Clay, JRey, and Iggy still being there more as like a Udonis Haslem coach on the sideline. He could probably come in and give you like maybe 3 minutes or something in like a playoff game if you need. And then we still got, I know he's the wild card, but James Wiseman coming back. I know John's not high on him, but listen, I don't think you need much from him. I think all they want from him is a 7-footer who can defend, rebound, rim protect, and set picks. That's all they really need. And I think he can be that, honestly. That's not asking a lot. I just think he can be that guy. And I think he can give you a little bit more from the offensive side of the ball. And then Steve Kerr, who's a top 3, top 5 head coach in this league. Los Angeles Clippers are number 2. I said this a week ago or whatever that my top 2 teams are the Warriors and Clippers. Everybody knows how I feel about Kawhi. I believe he's the second best player in the world when healthy. If he won that championship the year he got injured, I think he'd be the best player in the world right now. So he's back. PG's healthy. They added Norman Powell, which I love. He played with Kawhi in Toronto. He's a 3-and-D guard. John Wall addition. I love that. High-level passer, crafty, explosive, flashy, super athletic. We'll see if he can be at least 75% of what he used to be, because he is coming off those major injuries.
That's an all-star.
He is an all-star. Was an all-star. We'll see if he can get back to that level, but I think he can. I think he's going to add a lot of depth, especially because he's not going to be asked to be the guy. And he can defend at a pretty high level, especially he's very crafty with his hands, getting steals and playing passing lanes. They added Robert Covington last year. He's a 3-and-D forward. Rodney Hood, 3-and-D guard. Still have Marcus Morris Sr., Zubac, Luke Kennard, who's a sharpshooter, Batum, who's a 3-and-D forward, and Terrence Mann. I love this team all around. And to round it out, the head coach in Ty Lue. I mean, he's one of the best coaches in the league, too. Number 3, I got the Boston Celtics. Coming off a great comeback, turnaround season, mid-season turnaround, and making it to the finals, losing in 6 to Golden State, which is no shame for that. I think Tatum and Brown have finally figured it out on how to play off each other. I think the person who has a lot to do with that is Ime Udoka, them finally buying into the culture and him coming in. It's not a surprise that they finally put it all together when he was around. Marcus Smart, he's the reigning defensive player of the year. They still got the old time vet who they should have never got rid of, who can still get it done, as we saw in the playoffs, in Al Horford. You got the Energizer Bunny and Robert Williams. He'll be healthy to start this season off. Grant Williams, who's a really good 3-and-D forward. Derek White, who's a hot and cold player, but he can, when he gets hot, he can start knocking down some shots and finishing at the rim. They add the two ads obviously are Gallinari, who's got a torn meniscus, no timetable for the return, but if he's able to come back, he's a really good shooter from the four position. And their major addition is Malcolm Brogdon. This is the guy they said they were missing, basically the prototype of the guy that they said they were missing. The point guard can settle everyone down, get everybody into their sets, make the right plays, play make, pass. He can get his own shot. He can make free throws. He can defend and shoot well. He's a 50-40-90 member. So I think that's a huge addition for them. Number 4, I got the Milwaukee Bucks. The core is still exactly the same, basically. You still got the man, the myth, the legend, the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo. His running mates, Drew Holiday, who did get he got exposed in the playoffs this last season offensively. Who he showed he cannot be the second guy. Middleton, he's coming off wrist surgery and I think a knee problem as well too. So we'll see if he can get back to form. He should be healthy by start of the regular season, though. I read. Still got Bobby Portis, who brings a tough mindset, and he can, he's a 3-and-D player, and he can also finish down low too, bang with the big boys. Connington, they still have. I really like another 3-and-D guy, and he's just a spark plug, a scrapper. He's going to do all the dirty work for you. Lopez, Wesley Matthews, Grayson Allen, and George Hill. They still got the core team there. Now I hated the Ibaka trade. I just thought that was one of the stupidest trades they could have made. I mean, they didn't even really use him. They didn't need him. I mean, you have Giannis, Bobby Portis, and Brook Lopez. Why do you need Serge Ibaka?
Well, they did because Brook Lopez played one game at that point in the season. And Dante DiVincenzo was injured, not really reliable offensively. I do agree Serge was
Well, no,
cooked.
DiVincenzo was gone. You mean Connington? I think DiVincenzo was gone by
Well,
that
they
point.
traded DiVincenzo for Serge Ibaka.
No, I thought they traded, or was it a 4-team trade?
It was a 4-team trade.
Rodney Hood and
Rodney Hood was
homeboy. It was with the
Rodney
Clippers.
Hood.
No, because Ibaka was on the Clippers.
Yeah, and DiVincenzo went to Sacramento. Marvin Bagley went to Detroit. Detroit, I don't know why they want Marvin Bagley, but
okay, so that was like a 4-team trade. But yeah, I just, for me, still, I don't think that was a good trade. I really like Dante DiVincenzo. I thought he fit very well. Yeah, I didn't like that trade. I will agree that they might need to make some moves, and probably do need to make some moves, because to survive longevity wise and keep Giannis happy and keep Giannis in Milwaukee, because I don't know if Middleton and Holiday and Brook Lopez can get it done anymore with him. And at number 5, I have the Denver Nuggets. Super high on the Denver Nuggets. Got the reigning MVP in Jokic. He's a walking 30-point double-double with elite passing, vision, and playmaking. Jamal Murray's coming back. Last seen having a career year with 21 points per game, 5 assists, 1.3 steals, 47% from the field, 41% from 3, 87% from the free throw line, playing 35 and a half minutes. He was coming into his own. He was becoming an all-star caliber player, which he is an all-star caliber player. I will not take that disrespect. I tweeted out. I saw a podcast where people were saying he's not. Yes, he is. Look at what he did in the postseason. The 3-game stretch: 50 points, 6 assists, 70% from the field, 42 points, 8 assists, 65% from the field, 50 points, 7 assists, 58% from the field. That was a 3-game stretch in the playoffs. Became the first player with 3 straight 40-plus point games in the playoffs since AI in 2001. He's explosive, and he can go get his own bucket and play make for guys. Michael Porter Jr., hopefully he can stay healthy. I know that's the major concern with him, but if he is a dynamic scorer from anywhere on the court. See his second year where he gave you 19, 7 rebounds, a block a game on 54% from the field, 44.5% from 3, and 79% from the free throw line at 6'10". If he can stay healthy, he's got star potential in this league. As Aaron Gordon as the 4th man, I think is awesome, because he can basically be the guy who grabs boards, uses athleticism to defend very well. He can rim protect, catch alley-oops, shoot threes. I think he's just a perfect complement to Jokic and those boys. I know John loves Bruce Brown. That was a good move to add him. He's a 3-and-D guard / forward. I love the addition of KCP, another 3-and-D guard. He's a champion, a vet in this league. I love that. And, hopefully Boogie Cousins can get some opportunities because I do believe he can still be a contributor on the team.
They chose the new age Udonis Haslam / Andre Iguodala, DeAndre Jordan over Boogie. So Boogie's a free agent actually.
Oh, he's not okay. So then ESPN lied to me on their page. All right, so
Oh yeah, they don't really update it too well.
yeah, I guess not. So yeah, then whatever. But Boogie does deserve a shot in this league.
Oh yeah, he was really big in that. I think it was Game 5 against the Warriors. He had like 14 off the bench, and he brought a spark that they hadn't had all season long when Jokic was on the bench. First off, you hit that. Everything outside Aaron Gordon making threes was perfect that you just said. He's a great cutter, but the 3-point stuff is very hot and cold.